everyone. This week marks 50 years of celebrating Earth Day. I'm Randy Mormon, Community Campaigns Director at EcoCycle. With Earth Week, we often think about recycling as an important action we can all take to help the Earth. Denver's recycling rate is only about 23%, where the national average is 34%. That is why EcoCycle, CoPerg, Sierra Club, and NRDC have all been working with the city to improve recycling and composting. And it's great today to have Jolon Clark with us, our Denver City Council president. I just want to start off by asking you about the work the city's been doing. The city's working very hard, as we know right now, to deal with COVID-19, understandably. And you have been a strong advocate for the environment, particularly with improving the city's recycling and composting rate. Why do you think that it's important the city focus on that?
Thanks, Randy, for having me on here. I don't want to minimize what the city's doing when it comes to COVID and the response to that, and really helping to address critical needs for people. And that is top of mind right now. But that doesn't mean that we just forget about all of the other stuff that we're working on. We're trying to find ways to continue to do all of that. And we have to continue to make sure that our streetlights are operating safely and that roads are paved and all of those things while we deal in crisis. Recycling, composting, and waste diversion is always important every day. We only have this one planet that we're all on, and this is our world. These are our resources. How good a stewards we are of those resources today will echo on for generations of people to come in terms of how they are able to live and adapt on this planet. It has to be critical every day, in tough times, in good times, in easy times, in hard times, that we are taking really good care of this place that we call home and being good stewards of the resources that are on it.
Well, great. You obviously are very passionate about this and about working to make the city more sustainable. Where do you think that passion comes from? Why is this so important to you?
Well, I currently am the city council president, and I'm currently an elected official. Really at my core, I am an environmental educator. My whole life, I've been passionate about the environment and about our world. And I think that for me, that started very early with just the wonder in the world around me. And I just remember wanting to make sure that I was doing my part to protect it and make sure that it would be there for my kids to fall in love with and generations of kids afterwards to fall in love with. And I think early on, having that realization that the things that we do, the choices that we make, the behaviors that we realize and don't realize that we do have an impact. I really became passionate about making sure that I was doing everything that I could and learning about the things that I wasn't even thinking about that I was doing and their impact, so that I could be a good steward in my day-to-day life of the things that I really wanted to make sure were safe and protected.
We're going to end with a tip. So Jolon, what is one thing that kids and their parents can do at home right now to help our planet?
That's a great question, because, we're spending a lot more time at home and we're spending a lot more time together. And I think for my family, it's been a great chance to really look at what do we really need and what is a convenience and where can we reduce that impact that we have. So for instance, we have gotten very lazy and accustomed to things like paper towel. Why am I using paper towel at all? That's not, in line with these things that I'm talking about, but it just becomes a part of your life that you're not even realizing. And then all of a sudden, when paper towel is not available at the store, we started looking at, okay, what are we using that for and how can we do better? My wife and I have been married for 17 years this summer, and someone gave us very fancy sets of napkins when we got married that have literally sit in a drawer, except for maybe 3-4 times in those 17 years. We dug those out. Turns out those work great for all the things we were using paper towels for, and they're reusable and we're not consuming. Sometimes when we're forced to examine what we thought was normal and what we thought was everyday behavior, and it's not normal anymore, it gives us that opportunity and look at better ways to do them. I would challenge everybody to find something like that, something that we were using because it was easy and it was convenient and it was there, that now that it's not easy and convenient and there, we're getting along just fine and sometimes better without, and committing to make that a permanent part of the new normal.
That's a great tip. And I certainly am thinking about that as well right now. Thank you for joining us today, Jolon, and thank you everyone for joining us. And remember to make every day Earth Day.